Welcome to the Dancing Lines podcast. I'm your host, Noel Nathan. On today's show, we'll be talking about HGC's Operations and Evolutions offering. We have two lines today, Olivier, who will be dancing with us from our office in Montreal, and Gaurav, who will be dancing with us from our office in India. So, without any further ado, let's get dancing with these lions. So let's start by telling us who you are at HGC, where you hail from, and something you like about the platform. So let's start with you, Olivier.
Hi, I'm Olivier, Director Global Ops at HGC Technology. What I mainly do is I manage our team in Canada, but I work a lot with our team in India and Gaurav from the operations perspective. What I like about the platform is that it's the most complete platform out there. So whatever you want to do with the platform, we can do it for you.
Perfect. What about you, Gaurav? Tell us a little bit about you.
Hey everyone, my name is Gaurav. I am the Director of India Operations for HGC. I'm glad and excited to be part of this podcast as it gives me an opportunity to interact and connect with people and talk about what we do. Well, I'm from India, currently residing in New Delhi, but I originally belong from a city called Guwahati, northeastern region of India. It's based on a major riverine port city. About the ServiceNow platform, the one thing I feel is the key takeaway for me is its capability to expand from all ways, yet keeping the platform simple and user friendly. The way how you usually want your life to be, isn't it?
Very well said, Gaurav. Very well said. I like that. So that's a very good introduction. I love it a lot. Let's segue into our very first question here. So I want to start by asking, what is this Operations and Evolutions? Let's start with the name, Olivier. What does that mean, Operations and Evolutions?
So operations is what happens on a daily basis, right? So
Okay.
it's your daily support. And the evolutions part is, for me, it's my favorite part, right? It's how we evolve the platform and how we can deliver new enhancements faster. So this is what makes us a good partner with ServiceNow. And that's my favorite part, like I said.
Nice, nice. That's good to hear. So basically, what you're saying is how the platform allows, with this offering, you're able to get the platform to evolve it faster and to provide the value that you want for the client.
Exactly.
Good.
So our daily offering helps us support on a daily basis, but the enhancement part is really for a management perspective, right? It brings value to the platform, and so it's not just a ticketing tool. It becomes a global tool for whole the company, and that's what's fun about ServiceNow and the service we're offering.
Yeah, I know. I've played around with the platform myself, being a certified systems administrator, and it is extremely powerful. But let me ask you this question. Actually, my next question here is: how did you guys come about with this offering? What made you think of this offering, and what I guess why this offering?
So instead of having only one technician that supports the whole platform, we have a whole team behind. So with this offering, we can bring a lot of value and at a lesser cost for poor resource if you want. So this brings value to the management a lot.
Good. So Gaurav, can you talk a little bit about the value that Olivier touched on? Like, what can you tell us tangible? Like, what value does this Operations and Evolutions bring to clients?
Yeah, sure. So, as you see, operations is and always has been what gives an organization the power to act. It is to create value for customers, to capture value for its shareholders, to share value with its ecosystem. The concepts of efficiency and effectiveness of any organization revolve around operations. Managing operations is all about making the processes work right. Running the processes involves a great degree of integration of organizational resources to get the services right in the right place, in the right way, keeping in view the cost and time considerations. Here at HGC, we emphasize on operations and its evolutions to deliver operating excellence for our clients. One can expect 300% more rollout of stories, ideas,
Wow.
how they can save money through gaining access to critical mass to a group of experts and not just one.
Yeah, I can hear that. I mean, Olivia kind of touched on it. So basically, what you're saying in a nutshell is with this offering, clients can get access to not just one resource, but to a pool of resources who specialize in various expertise within the platform. And that would allow them to evolve their platform faster without having to send one admin to a particular training.
That is
Nice,
correct.
very cool. I really like the way it sounds. I even like the name Operations and Evolutions. It sounds very scientific, but it's good. It's good. So let me turn around to Olivier for a second here and ask you how walk me through how this is accomplished. How would me as a client, how would you show me Operations and Evolutions in the platform?
So we have a service catalog that is
Mm-hmm.
accessible to all the clients, right?
Mm-hmm.
On their own platform. So for instance, we have an item that it's called report an issue, right? I think it's self-explanatory. So you report an issue with the platform. It creates an incident, which we have dashboards that we track, and this way we can acknowledge them faster and
Nice,
work on them faster. If you
nice,
have the evolution part with the enhancement, well, you can do a request for an enhancement, which is another catalog item. And with this, after that, we can evaluate how much time it's going to take us and prioritize with the client to evolve the platform depending on your needs and stuff like that.
and you're doing this all within the platform.
Exactly. So we provide some dashboards to our clients and we have our own internally. So this way everybody's on the same page when it comes to daily ops and evolving the platform.
Wow, that's amazing because I myself can attest to it. In previous companies I worked for, is they would have multiple tools where they manage multiple stories. But this is good to hear that you're doing it all within the platform and on the client's instance. I could just imagine the value that it's adding. So Gaurav, do you guys send reports from Operations and Evolutions? Do clients get reports?
No, we don't send reports. What we do is what Olivier just mentioned. We work on live dashboards. So what we do is on the client's instance, we provide them with the dashboards that we use to monitor the progress, to show what we have done until now on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, whether it's in terms of operations, whether it's in terms of evolution stuff, and everything is being categorized in terms of priority, in terms of the timelines, and how we have, covered it so far from a timeline perspective as well. So everything's there on the platform itself. We don't have to send reports every now and then because they have it at their disposal whenever they want to.
Yeah, I could hear that. And like I said, it's probably one of the best things most clients would appreciate is that everything is in. I mean, ServiceNow is your single source of record, and it's great to see that you're doing your operations and evolutions all within the record. Everybody gets to see that visibility, so that's definitely good to hear. I guess from my side at least, looking at how previous companies used to do it. Um, can we talk a little bit about development? The evolutions part I'm getting is the development part. And Olivier, what is the methodology for development?
So as I explained earlier, everybody can request an enhancement. The key part is having a governance committee with the client where we review all these stories and assure that we work on the ones that are prioritized, right? So what we normally do is we separate the enhancement depending on the theme. So it could be incident, problem, service, catalog. And what we do with the clients is that we prioritize, and that's how we can evolve the platform to reflect the client's need.
Nice. Um, okay, so let me ask you a follow-up question to that. If a client is asking those requests, you said anyone can request it. So the intake basically is through that service catalog in ServiceNow.
Exactly.
Okay. And when the client requests it, you then have a governance committee that basically determines which one gets pushed onto what, depending on their business, I guess their business objective.
Exactly.
Correct? That's cool. Um, let me ask you, like, I know you guys have told me that, we have a bunch of clients that are already using it. So I want to see, if there's some tangible statements that customers have said about this. So what are your existing clients saying about how they're seeing value from this? And let me direct that question to you, Gaurav.
So, from a client's perspective, what we have heard and what the clients have seen is like, well, for many of our clients, like let's say a few of our clients have come up with us stating the fact that after we implementing the way how we do our operations and evolutions, they have gotten more productivity than they used to get initially when they had one or two odd resources which they hired full time for the whole year on a yearly basis. But when they worked with AGC technologies, they were able to get these work done in terms of operations and enhancements in a very limited time. So we actually shown them what we can do in just a matter of time because we follow a process, and that's what attracts them, the discipline that we have.
Right. I remember before our podcast this morning, you were mentioning about how a particular client saw a 300% jump in releases. Is that accurate?
Yes, that
Wow.
is accurate.
So you're basically saying what the client is basically saying is that with one research, they were only pushing maybe like two or three stories. And with our offering, when they came onto HTC, they were able to release like 300% more.
That is
Wow.
correct.
That's impressive. That's really impressive. So question for you, Olivier, how do you ensure that, obviously there's time lapse here. You've got the North Americas and you've got the India team that work very closely. How do you guys make sure that things don't slip up? How do you do that?
So when Gaurav starts his day, we have a touch point. So this way our teams are always in sync. So what they're working on or what was prioritized during our night sleep, well, Gaurav tells me, hey, we worked on priority one, priority two, priority three. So this way we can ensure a 24-hour follow-up to our clients and support, which they appreciate a lot, right? Because if it's only one resource,
Right.
well, you only cover 8 hours a day. Instead, we cover 24 hours a day.
So it's like nonstop work. Like
Exactly.
when you guys are asleep, the guys in India are working, and when they go to sleep, so there's constant continuity, and that's how you're able to generate that 300% bump in story releases.
Yes.
Wow. So that's cool. Like I'm really very enthusiastic about hearing the story. I could see how clients, if I was a client right now and I was a platform owner, I would definitely be interested in this to see how I can leverage this to deliver the 300% stories. Is there anything else, Olivier or Gaurav? Actually, let's start with Gaurav. Is there anything from your side, Gaurav, that clients have said about aside from the delivery of stories? What do they think about the methodology? Do they get the visibility? Are they able to see what things are being requested, where they are?
Yeah, I mean, the best part about the way we work and how the clients feel is they see the transparency on the progress that we are working upon. So everything is pretty much clear. I mean, they know what's going on, and we usually have, a weekly, monthly connects with them every now and then to discuss and prioritize on the stuff that we are supposed to do. Sometimes it does happen that a client might say or come up with something that might need to reprioritize, maybe on a higher priority or maybe on a lower priority. But eventually we connect, we figure out how we do it, and then, the way the client feels that we are always reachable to them, we are always connected, whether indirectly, directly, online, offline, through emails, through dashboards, through the ServiceNow instance. Every now and then, like whenever they think they need something from us, they get a response.
Great.
And that's what makes them feel so comfortable about us.
Great, great. So let's just shift gears a little here. I know Knowledge 18 is just a few weeks away. So are you guys going to be there at Knowledge 18?
Yes, we are. So we have a booth, right? I think you guys know we are the Dancing Lions. So we have a booth number E48 where we will be doing a lot of dances if you want to come by. Yeah, that's it. We are close to the bathrooms just before you come to the center bathrooms, and that's where you'll find us. You'll see also our co-founder Hichem that will be signing some books is CMDB 201. So it's the follow-up of the CMDB 101.
Oh.
And yeah, it's something big. I think Hichem will be happy to see everybody come by and see us, and also I will be happy to see all our clients, right? I think knowledge is going to be a fun experience for us.
And Gaurav, so if I was a client, tell me something interesting about you that I can look at you aside from your voice and say, that's Olivier from the podcast and that's Gaurav from the podcast.
Well, I'll have a t-shirt, but not only me, also all our team will have a big golden lion on our black t-shirts. So it's going to be really easy to find us at Knowledge.
And Gaurav, what about you? How can clients know who you are, like just by looking at you? I heard that you have resemblance to a John Legend, like an India John Legend.
Well, I would let the people decide upon that if I really how close I resemble to John Legend. But yeah, as Olivier mentioned, we will be wearing those T-shirts, the ones with the golden lions, and having AGC technologies all over us. So you could say that they won't miss us. It would be pretty much evident.
Thanks for listening to the Dancing Lions podcast. Keep an eye out for these lions at Knowledge 18 and be sure to connect with them for an up-close and personal Q&A. Also, check out our newly released website at www.wearehgc.com. Have a great week, everyone, and see you at Knowledge 18.